Hi, everyone. Matt Gardner here, certified financial planner and host of Motivate Your Money. I am here with the one and only Chloe Moore. Chloe, how are you doing?
Great. Thanks for having me.
Oh, no, thank you for joining us. We are putting together a great series called Three Pointers. And what we're going to be asking thought leaders in the financial advisory space are your top three motivational money messages. And before we jump into that, Chloe, please tell everyone that's watching a little bit about you and a little bit about your story.
Of course. So I'm Chloe Moore. I'm the founder of Financial Staples, which is a virtual fee-only financial planning firm. I'm based in Atlanta, Georgia, and I serve tech employees who have equity compensation.
Very nice. How long have you been pushing this broom, Chloe?
Yeah, so I've been in the industry for 18 years, very long time.
Wow.
Yeah.
And let the folks know some of the other things that you're passionate about, because I know you're involved in another organization that really helps to bring a lot of DEI focus to our industry.
Yeah, so I'm also the co-founder of the Latinx internship program, or BLX for short. And so it's basically like at the core, it's an internship program designed for aspiring Black and Latinx financial planners. And so we match people who want to get into this industry with fee-only financial planning firms for internships. And we also do a lot of education and career development as well, just to hopefully get to the point where the demographics of our industry can match the demographics of the country.
Yeah, that's great. I love the work that you're doing and your organization's doing. And so when we're looking at these motivational money messages, we want them to be messages that can help people of all colors, backgrounds, races, and creeds. So, all right. So, as I like to say, there's a top three for everything, Chloe, right? There's a top three for sodas, there's a top three for cars, there's a top three for pretty much anything that's out there. As an advisor, as a person who helps people manage their money, would love to hear what your top three motivational money messages would be.
Sure. So the very first one, I really feel like it's more of a life thing, but it also relates to money. Is just practice daily gratitude. I think it's something that I started doing a few years back, and it's really just changed my perspective. And so I think just the practice of even writing down like three things each day that you're grateful for, and being very specific. Just thinking about something very specific that you're grateful for, and kind of the feelings that those things evoke. Um, and that just really helps you to put things in perspective. I work with a lot of tech employees, and they make well above average salaries, and so it's very hard, as a young person making two, three, $400,000 a year to really kind of remember where you come from, and kind of how fortunate you really are in the context of other people in our country and around the world. So
I love
so
that.
just really taking the time to understand, like, what you're grateful for and how blessed you are. That really, kind of helps you to make better decisions.
What would number two be?
Yeah. The next one is just release yourself from the comparison trap. So I think, comparison is the thief of joy. We've all heard that saying. But, just we have social media these days. Everybody's kind of giving us their best and showing, the best parts of themselves. They're not, always realistic as far as what day to day life looks like, or the
Ain't
struggles
that the truth?
people have. Yeah. But as much as you can tune out, distractions that kind of get you away from focusing on yourself and your goals, whether it's, what you're reading, what you're watching, social media, what you're listening to, just all of those things. If you can tune those things out and really kind of focus on yourself, I think that's very important. And
I
it
like that
keeps
point.
you out of
You know,
trouble.
we always hear about keeping up with the Joneses, and we
Yeah.
you hear about the things that people do that make them fall into these financial traps. A Mac nugget that I like to share that I heard years ago is the rich stay rich by acting poor, the poor
Yeah.
stay poor by acting rich.
Yes. Yes.
And if more people would just understand that it's not the person with the shiny car and the bling, and like as I like to say, people focus on the fruits of money and not the roots of money.
Mhm.
It's the folks that drive that Toyota Camry, that really average house, and you look at their balance sheets, you're like, whoa, okay, they have assets. So that's a great point. Number two is not keeping up with the Joneses. What about number three?
Well, I'll also add to that, don't confuse like comparison with, just kind of emulating the success of others.
Mhm.
Because, you can definitely get motivated by people who are, doing better than you or who are where you want to be. But there's a fine line between that and the comparison piece.
Yeah, and getting into unneeded, unnecessary debt a lot of times in order
Yeah.
to be there, or not placing your money into places that can allow for growth, or allow your money to work in alignment with your goals and the things
Mhm.
that you need to accomplish over time. So you're right, that distraction, loss of focus can definitely be an issue there. All right, so we've got the first one and the second one. Tell me the third one. What's your third motivational money message to folks?
Yeah, the third one is your self worth is not your net worth. I think a lot of people, kind of see like money as this big goal to achieve, and having a certain amount or being worth a certain amount, makes you, better than other people. But really just think about all of the talents and gifts and skills that you have that you can contribute to this world. And everybody's definition of success is going to be different. But think about what makes you successful outside of money. Are you a amazing partner or friend or parent or whatever it could be, and those things are the things that really matter at the end of the day, and that helps you focus on the core of who you are and what's most important, and not how much money you have.
I really enjoy your philosophical perspective on your top three. Clino, I really do, because part of this project is for us to hear from leaders in the financial advisory space, folks who are literally helping to guide people on their financial life journey. And what people will hear and gather from this series is that it's not just about the money,
Mhm.
right? I like to say what motivates you motivates your money. And so a lot of times we have to get to the root cause of the person, and all the things that go into that person, their behaviors, because a lot of times that is what drives their financial decisions. So I'm glad to hear your top three really deal with the mindset of the
Yeah.
person, not necessarily financial steps that need to be taken, because all those things are extremely important. All right, so for everyone out there, Chloe, if you can give us a recap of what your top three, your 3 pointers, motivational money message, please.
Yeah, the first is practice daily gratitude. The second is release yourself from the comparison trap. And then the third is understand that your net worth does not equal your self-worth.
Your net worth is not equal to your self-worth. Man, I may have to borrow that one, Chloe. That one's strong. That one's really strong. That's a good one. All right, folks, so you heard it from Chloe Moore, very successful advisor, working with folks in Atlanta, but I'd assume throughout the country,
Yeah.
and really doing amazing things for our industry. So the financial advisory journey, right, and the financial life cycle is a long one, right? And so I like to say that that journey continues. But again, I'll reiterate, what motivates you motivates your money. Thanks for joining us, Chloe.
Thank you.
Have a great one.